So, when you think about classic American workwear, you know there are two names that just stand above the rest: Walls and Dickies. Today, we're going to put these two legends head to head. Welcome to the Battle of the Bibs. And we're going to try and answer the one question that really, truly matters here. Who actually makes the better overalls? I mean, this is the item that really started it all for both of them. It's their cornerstone. So, let's find out. You know, what's so wild is that both of these absolute powerhouses were born in Texas, way back in the early 20th century. We're talking more than 180 years of combined experience between them. So, yeah, they are undisputed masters of their craft. But from those shared roots, boy, did they take different paths. Okay, let's get into our first big comparison point: protection. And honestly, I think the best way to look at this is like a clash of philosophies. You've got the unbreachable fortress versus the quick, agile athlete. And you can see that difference right away in the materials they use. Walls, they go all in. We're talking heavy-duty 12-ounce super duck fabric. It's thick, it's insulated, it's basically built to keep absolutely everything: water, wind, you name it, out. Dickies, on the other hand, uses a slightly lighter 10-ounce duck fabric. Their whole focus shifts a bit, more towards maneuverability and making sure you can actually, move around comfortably. And hey, if you need any proof of Wall's reputation for pure toughness, just listen to this story. The legendary oil well firefighter Red Adair, a guy who literally ran towards massive explosions, he trusted Walls so much that he demanded they make custom bibs for John Wayne when the Duke was playing him in a movie. I mean, come on, that's about as serious an endorsement as you can get. But where Walls builds a fortress, Dickies is busy training an athlete, and they do this with really smart design choices. They add a little extra room in the shoulders and chest for a better range of motion, and they use these carefully tailored elastic straps. So the big takeaway here isn't that they're less protective, it's that they put a huge priority on the comfort and control of the person wearing the gear. All right, next up, let's talk variety. This is where you see another huge split in their game plan. It really comes down to this. Are you looking for a specialized tool for a specific job, or are you looking for a piece of a much larger wardrobe? Let's call this round the specialist versus the populist. Walls is the absolute embodiment of that old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Their lineup is super tight, super focused. They cover all the essential bases you'd need: heavyweight for the bitter cold, midweight for everyday use, and a lightweight option for when it's hot. They'll give you maybe one or two colors per style, and that's it. Because for them, it's all about pure, simple, get-the-job-done function. Dickies, well, it's a completely different story. Their range is absolutely massive. And why? Because their appeal just exploded way beyond the worksite. They got picked up by pretty much everyone. We're talking ranchers, rappers, skaters, even ravers. They became a true cultural icon. And that pushed them to create everything from the classic hickory stripe bibs to women's short-alls to modern reworked coveralls. It's all about function and fashion. Okay. Let's talk about the bottom line. Let's talk price. But we're not just going to look at the number on the price tag. We're going to look at what you're actually getting for your money. I see this as a story of investment versus access. So if you just glance at the numbers, you'll see that on average, a pair of Walls overalls cost a little bit more than a pair from Dickies. But you and I both know that average almost never tells the whole story, right? We got to dig in and understand what's driving that difference. And this breakdown, this tells us so much. Look at the lighter weight stuff. Dickies gives you way more accessible entry points, with some pairs starting around $34. Walls kind of positions itself as that consistent mid-range investment. But then look at the heavy, insulated end of the spectrum. They're both playing in that premium space. So that shows you, when it comes to top-tier protection, they both know how to deliver. So after looking at protection, variety, and price, we're here. The final verdict. But listen, this isn't about me picking a winner for you. Not at all. This is about giving you the right tools so you can choose your own champion. Let's just break it down nice and simple. You go with Walls if you look at your overalls as a pure tool, period. You know your job is tough, you don't care about the frills, and you want something that is going to last like a lifetime. Now, you choose Dickies if you want that same rock-solid reliability, but you also want to express yourself a little bit if you want more styles, more colors, and that perfect mix of personality and performance. So at the end of the day, it really just boils down to this. Walls is offering you a lifelong tool. Dickies is offering you functional self-expression. They're two totally different philosophies, but both are born from that same quality and that same Texas grit.
So, I'll just leave you with this question because I think it gets right to the heart of it. When you get dressed for the day, what's your mindset? Are you building a fortress to withstand whatever the world throws at you? Or are you training like an athlete, ready to move and adapt to anything? The choice is all yours.